Hello. Good evening, everyone. Hello, if you're just joining the live stream, welcome. Thank you for coming. If you're watching the recorded broadcast, also thank you very much for watching. I hope this is informative for you and interesting. Sylvia, hi. How are you? How are you this evening? And just if you don't know, there is a small delay between my question and when I see the answer that you type. So there's a few seconds in between. So if I don't respond immediately, that's why. We have Christina, hi. Thank you for joining. And Nadia, hi. Welcome. And Elisa, hello. Pierluigi, hi. How are you tonight? How is everyone? Andrea, hi. Hopefully everyone is staying safe, staying healthy. It's really nice that we're able to still have some form of a lesson this way. Some kind of communication. You can get some things to learn. Thanks, guys, for joining. Good evening. And how are you? Bologna. Hi, Paula. Welcome. Andrea says, I'm great. Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. I'm doing great as well. I'm doing quite well. Just at home. Can't leave. Not a big problem though. Stefania, hi. Welcome everyone. So we're going to have a very interesting lesson today. And Elisa says, I'm good, thank you. A bit tired because, yeah, I understand. But thank you for joining the stream anyway. Awesome. And I like the use of the chat, everyone. So yeah. So you can give me some of your answers and we can still actually have a conversation this way between all of us. Looks like we're up to 15 people now, which is great. Patrick, hi. Welcome. Thanks for coming today. Okay. Auction house. This is a very interesting focus. It's going to be quite fun. We'll get some cool adjectives for you guys to use. Things that should help out a lot. And something that's kind of unique in English, which is the adjective order. So we'll talk about that. Okay, auction house. In this focus activity, adjective order, technical adjective descriptions, and emotional adjectives. Emotional. Okay, pretty strong. Sotheby's is a very famous auction house in London, I think. Something like that. Anyway, we'll get on with it. First question is, what is an auction house? If somebody knows, if someone can write a definition, because it's important to practice this in English. How can you describe a thing? How can you describe a place? What would you say? What is an auction house? What are some of the words you can use? I will also give you my description so you can understand how I would describe this and give you new vocabulary you can use when talking about an auction or buying objects in general. So if anybody wants, okay, a place where you can make a free offering to buy something. Okay, Sylvia, yes. And how about where you can buy something? Yeah. Different from a store. They have specific objects, and they have what's called a starting price. It's called a starting price, which is the base. For example, I can sell this phone, my phone, for example, and my starting price is 500 euro or 300, whatever you want it to be. That's the base, and people continue to make offers above that at small increments. And there's usually a person called an auctioneer. And what he does, he announces the price increments. So they go up maybe by $5, €5, or up by 20 or 50. He's called the auctioneer. He's basically the director, the one who organizes, who listens to the offers made. Yeah. So my basic description will be this: a place where buyers make offers on items. Christina says, I think an auction house is where you can offer the best price for something expensive. Yeah, a lot of times they are very expensive items, or they are very rare items. Items that you don't find very often. Something rare. Yeah, it can be sometimes art, or sometimes furniture, cars. Cars are auctioned. So it's not always something that is expensive. In fact, buying a car at the auction can be cheaper than buying it from a car dealer, like a car salesman. It can actually be cheaper sometimes. So there's some benefits to auctions. Now there are different words we can use. An offer is a general term. Maybe you're somewhere that is not an auction house. Maybe it's just a private sale. You can pay the price that the person is asking, or you can make an offer. But when we talk about the auctions, specifically, the word we use instead of offer is a bid. You make a bid on the object. So both words are nouns and verbs. So I can make an offer or a bid, or I can offer or I can bid. Offering, bidding. And they are both regular verbs. So past simple is going to be I bidded. And have you ever bidded on something? So past participles, they're all regular verbs. Offer, offered. Bid, bidding. So you know how that works. We can use the nouns with other verbs, for example. We can say to make an offer, or to place a bid. This is a strange verb that we use. For one thing, offer and bid are basically the same thing. But with an offer, you make an offer. And a bid, you place a bid. This is one example of sometimes we just use different verbs when describing different, even the same action. It's basically the same action. But here we use make, here we use place. Interesting. So, question number 1 on this slide says, how is Amazon different from eBay? Maybe you can tell me in the comment section which you prefer, Amazon or eBay. What's good about Amazon? But what's good about eBay? What is the difference? And which do you prefer to use? In my opinion, I think they're both good platforms in different ways. Amazon is great if you need consistency. If you need consistent standard products. Sylvia says, I always use Amazon. Yeah, that's the most common response. Because for most things, to me, it's just better. Yeah. The difference is that on eBay, you can make an offer. Yeah, exactly. And eBay is a lot of personal sales. Sylvia says, I think, yeah. No, it's exactly that way. It's exactly right. eBay, you can sell something in the form of an auction where people have to place bids and basically compete to buy a product. Whoever has the highest price wins the product. Andrea, on Amazon, you can buy items with no offer. On eBay, you have to make an offer to buy items. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I think there are pros and cons to them. If you're looking for something really specific, sometimes eBay can be really good because they have like old vintage items, things that you can't find on Amazon, maybe, that you can only buy from a person. Nadia says, I prefer Amazon because I find it more organized and safe. Yes. Then there is the safety factor. You don't know if you can trust the sellers on eBay. And they have a rating system for different companies and people. On Amazon as well, I think they have a rating system. But eBay has one too, but it's difficult to trust if you're going to get your item or not. Yeah. So what about your personal experiences? Have you ever been to an auction? So I'll give you a minute, you can write your responses. Have you ever been to an auction? What was your experience like? I can tell you about me personally. I've never been to an auction. I do have a friend who used to go to auctions very often to buy cars. To buy a car at the auction and then sell the car privately. And he could make money like that, actually. Paolo says, I haven't had experience with auction. Yeah, it's not a common thing. I understand. How about with eBay? Have you ever won an auction on eBay? I have never personally won an auction on eBay, but I have purchased things on eBay. just by purchasing by using buy it now instead of doing the bidding. Sabrina says, I have never been to an auction, but I think it would be interesting. Yeah, I agree. It would be interesting to watch, especially for art or antiques. And Elisa, I've never been to an auction. Yeah. Bug Roga, a thesis about Amazon. What is Bug Roga? Is that the name of a person or something? Interesting. I don't know what Bug Roga means. Oh, Pierluigi says, I sold my scooter on eBay and then I bought another one. Nice. Yeah. There's another option too. Have you sold something on eBay? Yeah. So you wrote a thesis. Okay. Oh, wow. About Amazon. Right now, it's one of the biggest companies in the world, actually. Like, the owner of Amazon is one of the richest people in the world. Something like that. It's quite crazy. Especially since Amazon started in someone's basement. Just started in someone's house. Now it's a big worldwide company. Okay. So let's get into some of these adjectives. A strange concept. All right, adjective order. In English, our adjectives have a set order. Put the headings into the correct order. So we group the adjectives into different categories. Okay? For example, material, then we have color, shape, size, origin. Noun, your opinion, and the age of the item. So the number one rule to remember in English, of course, is the noun comes after the adjective. So of course, yeah, we know a blue car, right, a big house. But all of the adjectives actually have an order that they go in. And I will. Does anybody have a guess on which adjective comes first? I know it's very difficult to actually memorize this order. Does anyone know which one comes first? I'll give you a moment to write it in the chat. Patrick says opinion. Exactly. Boom. Opinion comes first. And you may wonder why. Why is there an adjective order? It's just the way that it sounds right to us. In speaking English, we don't memorize this. Most native speakers in English can't tell you opinion, can't tell you the order of the adjectives. But when we speak, we do speak in this way. So if someone says something in the opposite, in the wrong order, it sounds strange. It sounds weird. So I'll give you the full order now. Opinion is first. Then the size of the object. Take this off. Then the age. Then shape, color, origin, material, and the noun. So I'll give you a moment if you want to write down this order. to keep it in mind. It becomes more important when you have to write. If you have to write a description of something. As a lot of jobs that require you to speak English also require you to write sometimes. Sometimes detailed descriptions are important to know how to write. So this is the order. And of course, even if we don't use every single type of adjective, we only use 2 maybe. But generally, we respect this order. So let's talk about this cat. An opinion can be, it's cute. Okay. Yes, it's very cute. If you like cats. Maybe to you it's not cute if you don't like cats. It's a small cat. So we could say a kitten, right? A baby cat. It's very young. It's gray. And it's a kitten. So we would say a cute, small, young, gray kitten. Of course, generally we don't use that many adjectives when speaking. But if you hear a native speaker talk about a cat, they would say, oh, look, a cute young kitten. Cute comes first, always. Then young, kitten. A cute young kitten. We always speak like that. If you hear a young, cute kitten, it sounds strange to us. This is a great thing to keep in mind. And then just pay attention, of course, when you hear native speakers. Pay attention to the order that we use it. Because in speaking, generally, it's 2 adjectives. Usually 3. If we have a third adjective, we make another sentence. So now describing this. This is quite old, right? Square shape. American and a cotton flag. Old, square, American, cotton flag. Realistically, we can just say an old American flag. We never say an American old flag. No, we don't say it. An old cotton flag. We always say it in that order. Not a cotton old flag, but an old cotton flag. Nice. So, at this time, we're going to work together a little bit and brainstorm some adjectives, some interesting adjectives. I'm going to put on the screen at the bottom, you will see suffixes. Suffixes that are used for adjectives. We have iv, fo, ing, I, us, abo, ibo, eri, ish, al, ickle. So those are the suffixes that we put at the end of the word. So many times you can take a verb or a noun, put the suffix at the end, and it becomes an adjective. So write in the chat some adjectives that you can think of when you look at these suffixes. What adjectives do you think of? Then we can also think about what category it belongs to. I'll give you some adjectives I'm thinking of as well, so we can work together on this. Nice. So if you can think of expensive, full, wonderful. Oh, whoa, yeah, lots of them right now. Pierluigi, technical. Yes, exactly. Emanuele, critical. Yeah, thanks for the examples. That is awesome. Useful. Fashionable. Perfect. Jealous. Careful. Selfish. Oh, we got 4 from Patrick. Valuable, artistic, grayish, stylish, yeah, fabulous, joyful, greenish, and typical. Those 3 from Sabrina. Nice. Incredible. Yeah. Nice. Now, what about age? Age adjectives. There are a few. We have sensitive. Okay, sensitive. Grateful. Yeah, lively. Nice. Have ancient. Ancient, meaning very old. Of course, we have vintage. Old, mature. Yeah, there's a good one for age. Mature, generous, handsome. Yeah. And that's a strange adjective. It doesn't use a suffix. It uses combination of 2 words. Of course, we have antique, something that's old but nice, of course. We have brand new. So even more than new. You have something that's new, but something that's brand new means you have just bought it. Like it's the last one that came out. Ancient. Ancient. Yeah, with the T at the end. Good. That's it. Nice. So some good ones about age. What about shape? What kind of shape adjectives can you think of? We can actually use the last suffix. A date, for example, 1999. Yeah, you can use that. Ancient. Yeah, no worries. A date. You can say, if you don't know the specific time, you can say like a 1980s. A 1980s couch. A 1980s sofa. Yeah. Yeah, in place of the age. Temporary. Yeah. Temporary is a great one. You could say a 45 a 45-year-old blue sofa. So that phrase together, a 45-year-old blue sofa, that 45-year-old age takes place of that adjective. So you can use this when talking about people too. A 10 a 10-year-old girl or a 15-year-old boy. That phrase 10-year-old or 15-year-old, 20-year-old, it's 3 words, but it makes up an adjective about the age. So that's useful when describing something. Now, what about shape? Shaped, you can say spherical. the Earth. Earth is like a ball. It is spherical. Oh, here we go. Round, triangular. Yeah. Wooden, oval. Exactly. Now, what if the shape is something very specific? Oh, this is exactly what I was talking about, Patrick. Heart-shaped. This is what I was going to talk about. You can say any item, and then you say dash. And in the place of that space, you can put a noun. Star-shaped, heart-shaped, boot-shaped, anything like that. Any something that has a very specific shape that doesn't have a name. So it's an easy way to get a description on the shape of something. Okay, colors. We got colors, no problem. Origins, right? Materials. We had a few materials that came through, like wooden. Wooden is a great material. How about the adjective for something that is made of gold? For something that is made of gold. Material can be also glass, plastic, paper. There we go. 3 people had it all at the same time. Golden. Perfect. I think golden or silver. Yeah, there you go. Nice, Christina. Silver. Perfect. And then all the nouns come after that. Great. So let's take a look at this advertisement. Sales description. Read the 2 adverts and discuss in pairs, or think to yourself, which is better and why. Number 1, nice old chair, made of wood and in good condition, for sale, €10. Okay, very simple, very to the point. Number 2, here is a beautiful antique wooden chair. It is a fantastic example of woodworking with some striking looks. It is in perfect condition, almost as good as new. Act now to secure this chair at the low price of €10. £10 rather. Patrick says silky. Oh, I think we mean silky. Probably silky. Yeah. Probably silky. Okay. Seeming like it's made of silk. Like a nice silk tie. So definitely in this case, number 1 is very simple, right? Yes, silky, sorry. No worries. Yeah, we understand. We got you. So number 1, simple. Number 2, very, very detailed, very long. Number 2 is a better description. It's written in a better way, but it doesn't really describe this chair. So it doesn't work. And we have a question about striking. Okay. Striking is something that is very impressive. Okay, something that is very different. When you look at it and you see, wow, like it really hits you. You really feel it. Something that's really striking. Something very impressive. Christina says, in my opinion, both descriptions are good, but the second description has more details. Yeah, exactly. So it's a better description in theory. The writing is better, but it doesn't fit the chair. When you see the chair and you think a fantastic example of woodworking, no, it's just a simple chair. Emanuela says, I think number 1 is better because this is a simple chair and doesn't need a specific description. Yeah, exactly. Christina says, more or too much? I definitely think the second description is too much. Yes, I would say too much. Number 1 is plenty. It's enough. We don't need more information. It's just a wood chair. Nice. So is everybody okay with the idea of striking? Something that has striking looks. If you say striking, it does not describe this chair. And Elisa, I think the second description is too much for this object. Perfect. Yeah, I definitely agree. So there's a good adjective, striking. So we brainstormed a few adjectives before, but now we're going to look at a few more. Shape, square, circular, triangular, size. Petite. Petite. This word we take from French. Okay, we use it in English, usually to describe clothes, especially in America. If you say petite, we mean small-sized clothes for women. Women's clothes can be described as petite. Small, large, enormous. Enormous is really, really big, like huge, like super big. Materials, cotton, metal, leather, plastic. I think I have, for example, my wallet is made out of leather. I bought this wallet in Florence from a nice leather maker. Cool place. Texture, smooth and rough. Manuela says wood, yeah, and iron, of course. Yeah, we can use iron. So what is the difference between smooth and rough? So smooth is the feeling of good leather. It's very smooth, very soft. For example, skin is usually very soft. But for example, me, I play the guitar, right? I play guitar. So my fingers here are very rough. They're not smooth. Rough is like the pavement, the cement on the ground. If you feel it, it's like little bumps. It's something very rough. But smooth, for example, is like leather. Features: mechanical, electrical, aerodynamic. We can say aerodynamic or also hydrodynamic. Aerodynamic means it can fly easily through the air. What are they? Airplanes? Airplanes should be aerodynamic. Cars can be aerodynamic to be more efficient. And boats can be hydrodynamic. meaning it's good in the water. Okay, so I will remain on this page if you're writing some of these adjectives down. They're really, really great. Yeah, enormous means huge. Okay. So moving on to the next one. Usually we can make a description of this car, but the problem with this car is everything is black. So it's kind of difficult to describe, or kind of simple, easy to describe. So we're going to talk about more adjectives. Positive appearance. These can be opinions, right? Beautiful and attractive. But if it's negative, ugly, or disfigured. Disfigured means the shape is wrong. The shape is not correct. For example, Picasso. Picasso's paintings, he painted disfigured people with their body in strange shapes. Smell. Oh, putrid. Putrid is the worst smell. A terrible smell is something that's putrid. It's just disgusting. It makes you want to throw up or vomit. Putrid makes you throw up. Putrid smell, like something rotten. Maybe meat that is sitting outside and it becomes black and smells, becomes rotten. Yeah, it's bad stuff. Putrid smells. But the opposite, fresh. Like a new car. A new car has what we call a new car smell. It smells great. It smells fresh. It smells wonderful. Delicious. The food smells delicious. Emotional impact. Okay. Inspiring. Inspiring is a great adjective. It motivates you to do something. Okay? Something that is encouraging. It also gives you courage. It gives you more power to act. Like someone saying, you can do it. Don't worry. Keep going. Keep trying. You can do it. I believe in you. Those kinds of things are encouraging. Striking, as we talked about before, really, really impressive. It makes you go, wow, like to have that reaction. Horrifying. Okay, something extremely negative. And what else says throw up is like vomit. Yes. To throw up is a phrasal verb that we use. It means vomit. It's the same as vomit. Okay. So now we'll switch over to yeah, no problem. So we're going to do this now. Not describing this car, but now that we have some more adjectives to work with, we can use these. Can you write in the description, in the chat below, a short description about your car? What is your car like? Is it big? Is it blue? and pay attention to the adjective order. Give me a short description of your car. So there's a small delay, of course, but after that, in the meantime, I will talk about my car. My car is a very nice and a very comfortable, in my opinion, small, new, blue Japanese car. So I have a blue Japanese car, or I have a small Japanese car, respecting the adjective order. I'll give you just a few more minutes to see your descriptions of your car. My dream car is a beautiful vintage orange Volkswagen, a Volkswagen bus. Oh, we got some descriptions coming in. Sabrina says, my car is a nice, small, 4-year-old green German car. Nice. And Elisa, I've got a nice, small, quite new, red Italian car. Nice. Patrick says, it's a dirty old red car. Yeah. That's a nice description. Christina, my car is old and his color is red, but there is a lot of space. Nice. You would say the color. The color is red instead of his, not his, because the car is not a person, so we can't say his in that case. But great description. Great description. Thank you. Christina, I love my car because it's little white Italian style. It's a little white Italian style car. Nice. Quite a few people with Italian cars. A few German cars. Good. Oh, Christina says sorry. No, it's no problem. It's just to help you out, just to give you the reminder. But good job. Thank you for the answer. But no worries. Don't worry. Emanuela, my Polo is small, old, black German car. Nice. I have a nice, small Italian car. Andrea, my car is comfortable and not very fast. It's a new dark blue American car. Ford. Ooh, a Ford. Nice. Nadia, my car is nice, small, 5-year-old, and gray. Yeah? Paula, I've got a beautiful Japanese new. Beautiful Japanese new. Oh, okay. So in this case, we'd say I've got a beautiful new Japanese car. Just change new and Japanese. Reverse. Because we see the age here, then Japanese, we would put for origin. It smells fresh and I love it. Its name is Memole. Memole. Oh, you have a name for your car. That's nice. It's funny. Yeah, but so we'll just change those two adjectives around. But good job. Thank you very much for your descriptions, guys. Stefania, my car is nice, comfortable, quite big, and white. Yeah. Nice, comfortable, big, and white. Yeah, great. Of course. Yeah. It's always fun to name your cars. I've never done that though. My uncle did though. He gave a name to his car. I never did. Maybe in the future, I will. It's almost like having a pet, right? You give a name to your pet. You give a name to your car, I guess. All right, guys. Well, I hope this was interesting for you guys today, and hopefully you were able to take some notes, write down some new adjectives. There were quite a few good ones, so remember this adjective order, as it can be important, because otherwise it sounds a little odd. It sounds a little strange if you say it in a different way. So we have all of these new adjectives we discussed, like petite, smooth, rough. We've got all these. Putrid, striking, we discussed as a new adjective. So just let me know if there are any questions. Just write them below in the comment section, because soon we have to end the stream. That's the end of this discussion. So does anyone have any more questions? If not, we will say goodbye. So I'll give you just another few minutes. We have something from Christina. Little and small means the same? Or when one is better than the other? Yeah, little and small, they do mean the same thing. Yeah. The only difference between little and small is when we talk about comparatives, actually. Comparatives and superlatives. The comparative of little is less. And the comparative and the superlative of little is least. So if you want to compare the size of something, you have to use small, smaller. Like my car is smaller than my car is smaller than yours. We cannot say littler. Littler does not exist. So littler, even though I typed it, littler, it's not a word. So the main difference is in the comparatives. Otherwise, just as a standard adjective, no, it's fine. Okay, cool. I hope it was interesting for you guys. If you enjoyed it, thank you very much for tuning in and watching. At that, I will say goodbye to all of you. Thank you again, once again, for this. I hope you got some useful information, worked on creating some phrases. Thank you for your responses, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody. See ya. Goodbye. Bye. Great job, everyone. Thank you very much. And I will see you next time. Bye, Stefania. Bye, Paola. Bye, Christina. Patrick. Nadia, thanks, guys. And Elisa, Christina. See you guys next time.